Austin. Hey, Abby. Hey, Abby.
Good morning, families and friends of Rossville Middle School's 8th graders. We would like to welcome you this morning to our ceremony. At this time, if you would, please silence all cell phones. And we will ask Noah White to come forward and lead us in the pledge to the American flag, and Savannah Harris and Haley Cross will be leading us in the pledge to the Georgia flag.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for the Georgia flag. I pledge allegiance to the Georgia flag and to the principles of which it stands, one nation, justice, and liberty.
Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to Rossville Middle School. This is one of the most exciting days of the year for us as administrators and teachers. Just a very quick few opening remarks. I want to thank you for the honor of serving your family, serving these students. As principal at Rossville Middle School, this is definitely a highlight of the year for me. But it also brings me to mind when I look at these faces sitting before me right now. I see you as 8th grade young men and young ladies, but I also see you as a knucklehead that you came in the door at 6th grade. And it's amazing to see the transformation. If you're like me, it's getting harder and harder to remember what it was like to be 11, 12, 13, 14 years old. But I do remember that was a tough time in life. The transitions and the things that you're going through as a middle schooler and the way you've handled those difficult circumstances. And I dare to say the things that you faced and the challenges you faced as a middle schooler probably far exceeded the things that I faced during the few decades ago that I experienced those things. So the first thing I want to say to you students is I've enjoyed every minute of working with you, even though some of them were challenging. I'm very proud of each one of you to see you grow up into this young man and young woman that you've become. And parents and families, it's been an honor to serve these students alongside you. We could have never done it without your support. We could have never done it without the great team that we have sitting over here with the teachers, the staff, the entire staff in this building that works so hard to care for your kids, to make sure they get what they need each day. And the best part of my job every single day is I feel like in some tiny way, hopefully, I've had a tiny impact on your family and your kids. And I think when you get a group of people that have that attitude, that we love your kids, we want to see them be successful, great things happen in this building. Sometimes you don't realize how great until we come to a day like this and we see they're leaving, and they just got here a few weeks ago, it seemed like. So I'm proud of each one of you guys. It's a great privilege to be the principal at Rossville Middle School. Thank you for entrusting your students with us. And I will say bye to you guys before the ceremony is over. And at this time, we would like to continue with our awards and recognitions. Thank you.
We'd now like to announce a special community award. Woodman Life seeks to foster a patriotic attitude and a profound appreciation for the miracle that is America. In keeping with this effort, awards are presented each year in schools across the nation to students selected by the school in the study of American history. On behalf of the Woodman Life, I am pleased to present Louis Cronin with the Woodman Life American History Award for the 2021 school year. The following students are being recognized for making star roll or honor roll for the 2020-2021 school year. Star roll means that the students have received a 90 or above in all their core subjects. Honor roll means they have received an 80 or above in all their core subjects. When I call your student's name, you want the student to stand. They will receive a certificate that will be in their envelope. I want the student to stand, and parents, I want you to stand also. So if your student stands, I want you to stand. Our star roll, 90 or above, Piper Newbill. Isaiah Bautista Paez. Stay standing. Addie Chastain. Louise Cronin. Keon Evans. Sierra Keith. Sarah Reagan. Melody Tyler. Those are our star honor rolls with an A or above. You guys give them one more hand and then you can have a seat. All right, you may sit. Now our honor roll, this is 80 or above. When we call their name, parents, if you'll also stand. Jessica Alonzo Rodriguez. Anna Anguano. Cheyenne Atchison. Katie Bean. Dyson Binford. Abby Brown. Shaylee Browning. Kevin Coleman. Branson Dean. Amber Decker. Sarah Sue Ellis. Lily Hernandez. Clark Amhoff. Brooke Jenkins. Dylan LaCroix. Jennifer Miguel. Lacey Moyer. Morgan Post. Zachary Reynolds. Peyton Roach. Maria Rhonda. Addison Samuel. Tyler Sharp. Stella Stevens. Lorenzo Tyson. Olivia Underwood. Noah White. Ethan Yancey. Franklin Wilson. Let's give them all a round of applause. You may be seated.
Bienvenidos, buenos días a todos. I welcome all the parents here. We're so glad you're here for our most improved and our top grades in language arts and in math. We're going to start with math today. I'll be reading all the names and then Mrs. Durzak will be handing them out, and I am Mrs. Enriquez. Here we go. The top, number one, first place grade in math and your score for Melody Payne Tyler. We have a second place tie, and both of you please come up together. We have Olivia Underwood and Ethan Yancey. Our third place for math is Isaias Bautista País. In third place for our most improved with a 10% improvement between semesters is, and please come up together, Tanavon Turner and Chloe Ingle. Our second place most improved with a 12% improvement is Addison Samuels. Our first place improvement going from virtual to in-class, which as we now know is very hard to do to transition, Sarah Stoker with a 15% improvement. We will now read the averages for language arts. Our highest average for attaining the highest English language arts GPA of 98 is Melody Tyler. Our second place for attaining the second highest English language arts GPA of 96, Ana Anguiano. And Olivia Underwood. Our third place for attaining the third highest English language arts GPA is a tie between Keon Evans and Sarah Reagan. Our most improved English language arts with the largest increase in English language arts of 22% from semester 1 to semester 2 is Tegan Smart. Our second place with the second largest increase in English language arts and GPA with 16% is Chloe Flemister. Our third most improved English language arts third highest increase in GPA of 14% is Peyton Roach.
I'm going to start with my most improved. I did not base mine off percentage. I just based it off overall class performance, behavior, everything. And I have 3 most improved. My first one is Dylan LaCroix. You gotta look at the camera and smile pretty, guys. Oh. Yeah, look at that camera and smile pretty. You need to redo. Come up here. You can improve this too, Dylan. Go ahead. You can improve this too. There you go. Look over there. Good job. Still making improvements. Good job, Dylan. And another most improved, Dyson Benford. And Chloe Engel. She's already done. She's that good. All right, and for our highest average, in 3rd place, with an average of 95.55%, Keon Evans. And in 2nd place, with an average of 95.89%, Noah White. And our highest average in science, and this is pretty impressive because this young lady spent a lot of the time virtual, and she rocked it virtual, and then she rocked it face-to-face. 96.13%, Melody Tyler.
The award for the highest grade in Georgia Studies is awarded to, with a score of 98%, to Ana Anguiano. The highest grade in Georgia Studies is awarded with a score of 96%, is awarded to Isaias Bautista Pais. Also, sorry, Isaiah, Luis beat you by 1%. The highest grade in Georgia Studies is awarded with a 97% to Luis Cronin. And the highest grade in Georgia Studies is awarded to, with a score of 96%, Lacey Moyer. Our most improved in Georgia Studies is awarded to Sarah Stoker. We will now award the Citizenship Award. We call it B. Rossville. B. Rossville Award recipients are those who are genuinely, not faking it, kind to others, who are team players, who bring out the best in others, and do the right thing when nobody's watching. These awards are voted on by the teachers. When your names are announced, please come forward to receive your award. For citizenship, the B. Rossville Awards for Team 8-2 go to Keon Evans, and Addie Chastain.
The Team Leadership Award is presented to one boy and one girl from each team. They are chosen and selected because they exhibit the highest qualities in leadership in their interactions with their teachers and their peers. The Team Leadership Award for 8-2 goes to Dyson Benford, and Sierra Keith. Yeah, your turn now. I mean. Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Nana, come here, Nana. If I have to be up here, you got to be up here. This is the only person who's more uncomfortable being up here than me. I didn't get a speech written out. She gave me a list that had a bunch of grunts and snorts.
Here you go. Do you want me to read it for you?
No, I just, is Ace from that one or something?
Sorry.
What is it for?
It tells you right here.
All right, something about athletics and academics and character and that kind of stuff, excellence. And this is not about the award. Maria Rhonda's won the award for that. That's not a big deal. The big deal is the giant that is in this young woman. Because every year we have a few athletes that compete in 3 sports. We have a lot that compete in 1 sport or in 2 sports. This year, Maria Rhonda competed in 4 NGAC sports. She played football for us. She finished 5th in the NGAC cross-country championships. She wrestled, and she was also an all-NGAC player with the soccer team. All right, here's the thing. Not only, like I said, that's a big deal, but there's a much bigger deal. Maria came to us her 7th grade year when we played football. And we were all for it. We want anybody to play football that wants to play. And she came out and she didn't expect to be treated any different. She came out and worked her tail off. And she competed on the varsity level her 7th grade and her 8th grade year. And she played receiver for us, she played tight end for us, but she also kicked for us. And in middle school sports, kicking is not the easiest thing in the world. Very few teams do it. The whole time I've been here, we've seen very few kicks for extra points. But this year, in our last game against Saddle Ridge, Maria Rhonda kicked 3 extra points and a field goal. And she scored 6 points, which is the most points ever scored by a kicker at Rossville Middle School.
Most points by kicker, October 22nd, 2020.
Maria's going to take this home with her, but we also have another football from that game. It's going to be set up in our trophy case here at Rossville Middle School as well.
We would now like to recognize the student with the highest GPA for Team A2. The highest GPA award for Team A2 from our goes to Melody Tyler.
We usually print out 4 or 5 things with great quotes and funny stories and things like that I like to share at this time, and then it comes down to what you guys really want to hear. What I really need to say is this is an amazing group of young men and young women, and we're very honored that we got to work with them. Some of you for 3 years, 2 years, and some of you just for part of a year, but I'm very proud of this school. I'm very proud that I get to work at Rossville Middle School. Proud of the team that we built together to serve our community, our families, and our kids. And I'm proud of the knuckleheads sitting before us today who transform into these amazing young men and young women. I'm very proud of each of you guys. I don't tell you enough how much you mean to me and that I love each one of you and have thoroughly enjoyed the piece that you played in my life. Without saying, I think we could all say this has been a challenging 12, 13, 14 months in our lives, seeing the way that our students and our families, and especially our teachers and all our staff members at Rossville Middle School have tackled the challenges that come with, a pandemic. When I just think of some of the words that we've learned, that many of these that I've never used before, COVID-19, pandemic, social distancing, quarantining, Department of Public Health, masking up, hand sanitizer, disinfectant, blue tape, bathroom breaks, lunchroom breaks, all those things look very different this year. Super spreaders, asymptomatic, hygiene, we're familiar with that one in middle school. PPE, N95s, the list goes on. And with tough circumstances, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about your team. And I think we all can say life is going to be full of tough circumstances. I wish I could say it's down here after here, guys. High school will be a challenge. There'll be circumstances where you'll think, I can't do this, or this is too tough for me. When you get out of high school, you're going to have a lot of pressure for what you should do with your life. Should you go to college? Should you start a career? Should you get married? Should you start a family? Those are all difficult and challenging decisions you're going to make. And I'd like to think that somewhere there's these tiny seeds that we planted in your heart in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade to remind you that math is very important. Language arts, writing, and reading is very important. Social studies is a little bit important. Very important. Sorry, Katie. Science, the things we do here, we're in the business of learning. All those things are very important. But nothing is more important than how you act. Nothing is more important than how you respect each other. And we hope that ingrained in those lessons in life about all those content areas, we've also taught you a little bit about what it means to be a young man and a young lady. And that's my favorite part of this job, is to see you guys transform and grow. And each of you have done that in your own special and unique way. And I think we're living in a difficult time in our country. I don't have a lot of faith in politics or politicians, but I have a ton of faith in our youth. I have a ton of faith in our students and our teachers and our parents that we work with. That people want to tell us who we should love and who we shouldn't love, who we should like and who we shouldn't like, and that we should be divided. I don't see that at Rossville Middle School. We have our disagreements. We have our arguments. There's been a few fights, but we come back together like a family, and we all know that we are all connected. Despite all the vocabulary words I read to you, we are all connected. And we need each other more maybe than we've ever realized we need each other before. And I like to think that whether we are Democrat or Republican, whether we're liberal or conservative, a big part of what's right about this world and our country is this on display every day at Russell Middle School. We have great people in this building that love your kids. We try to teach people respect, honor, integrity, kindness, and humility. And I'm just proud to be a tiny piece of that. Russell Middle School is a great school, not because of who the leader is, but because we have great teachers, we have great students, and we have great families. Thank you for letting me be a tiny piece of that. Thank you so much. Just a couple of procedures here before I go to the final closing comment. We're going to try to exit out these two doors. If you parked on this side of the building, you can exit out that door. Parked on this side over here, you can park on this side. If you did not have a chance to check out your child, we just have a list with their name on it, and you just have to sign right beside that name if you want to check them out. Students, after you get your folders and those kind of things, if you're staying in the building, you're not going home with a visitor, which some of you may choose to do, you'll go to the cafeteria. We're going to get you guys ahead of the lunch schedule. Those are our basic dismissal procedures. We don't have to rush it as much as we did the last group since there's not another program behind it. In closing, at Russell Middle School, we have a phrase. I say it every day on the morning announcements. When we want you to do something good, when we're supporting you, when we believe in you, when you've done something great, there's a phrase we say it quite often. When somebody scored a touchdown, when somebody scored a basket, when somebody's performed really well in a band concert or a chorus concert, those kind of things. Or when we need you to perform a little bit better. We're looking forward to seeing, can you do that great thing that we're asking you to do? Make a great grade on your test. Those kind of things. We love to say, go Bulldogs. Great job. You can do it. Don't give up. Go Bulldogs. But at this time, I'd like to say, go Bulldogs, get out of here. You're always going to be a Bulldog, even though most of you are going to be a future Panther. Don't forget what it means to be a Bulldog. Never give up. Thank you.
I'm trying to go home with you, Greg. I want a picture. Okay. Is that one in the yellow dress? Way out of order. Very big and smart.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't recognize. Don't even cry. Excuse me, guys. I'm coming for this. Was it still like?